So in question number 6, the given coordinates are the given coordinates are P, which is given to be 6 minus 1, Q, which is given to be 1, 3, and R, whose coordinates is given to be x, 8. Okay. The question is, find the value of x such that PQ is equal to QR. So PQ is equal to QR. That means, let's say Q is a point here. Okay. And let's say P is a point here. And let's say Q is a point here. Okay. So you need to find the coordinates of Q such that this distance PQ, if this is the point R, PQ is equal to QR. That means these two distances are the same. Okay. The question could also have been put in this manner. Find the coordinates of Q such that Q is equidistant from P and R. Okay. So we need to find, let me write here, we need to find the coordinates of Q such that it is equidistant from P and R. That is, the distance of Q from P and R are the same. That is, PQ is equal to QR. So whether I say PQ is equal to QR or whether I say that Q is equidistant from P and R is the same. Okay. So in this question, they have given you PQ is equal to QR. So how do you find? Put the coordinates here. So you have coordinates of P here as 6 minus 1, coordinates of Q here as 1, 3, and the coordinates of R here as x8. Okay. Now let's first find out the coordinates of P, the length of PQ. So here, what are the coordinates of P? 6 minus 1, and the coordinates of Q is 1, 3. So therefore, PQ is equal to, apply distance formula, root over of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Now this one is your x1, this one is your y1, this is your x2, this is your y2. Okay, put the values here. X2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus, now see here, y2 here is y1 here is negative, right? So what you can do is you can put a curly bracket here. Okay, y2 minus y1, the value of y2 is 3 clearly, minus, and the value of y1 is minus 1. So you have minus of minus 1 square. Okay, so that is why be very careful with the signs. Is equal to root over of 1 minus 6 is minus 5 plus, this is 3 plus 1. 3 minus of minus 1 means 3 plus 1. So this becomes 4 square. So this becomes square root of 25 plus 16, which is square root 41. Okay. We shall now proceed to find out the distance QR. Okay. So let's write the coordinates here. The coordinates of Q is 1, 3. And the coordinates of R is given to be x8. Right. So consider this as your x1, this as your y1, this as your x2, this as your y2. Therefore, QR is equal to, again, square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. X2 minus x1 means x2 is x, x1 is 1 whole square plus y2 is 8, y1 is 3 square, which is equal to square root of x minus 1 whole square plus 8 minus 3 is 5, so 5 square. So this is square root of x minus 1 whole square plus 25. This is QR. So what is the given condition here? That PQ must be equal to QR. That is, Q is equidistant from P and R. So according to a problem, PQ is equal to QR, right? So that means what is the length of PQ we had found out? We have found out the length of PQ to be square root 41. So put it here, square root 41 is equal to length of QR we found above to be root x minus 1 whole square plus 25. Now we need to solve this equation to get the value of x, okay? So how do we get the value of x? First of all, when we need to solve this equation, we need to remove the radical, right? And how do we remove the radical? By squaring both sides, right? So I'm going to square both sides, remove the radical, and then I'm going to solve this equation. So square root 41 square is equal to square root of x minus 1 whole square plus 25 square. So that means 41 is equal to x minus 1 whole square plus 25. Okay. Now you can either again expand x minus 1 whole square and get a quadratic, or the better way is and get 41 minus 25 is equal to x minus 1 whole square. You take 25 on the other side, okay? And 41 minus 25 is going to give you 16. So x minus 1 whole square is equal to 16. That means what is x minus 1? It is the plus or minus the square root of 16. That means x minus 1 is equal to plus or minus 4, right? So either you have x minus 1 is equal to 4, or you have x minus 1 is equal to minus 4, right? That means either x is equal to 4 plus 1 is equal to 5, or you can have x is equal to minus 4 plus 1, which is equal to minus 3. So we're getting two values of x. Hence, what are the coordinates of R? Hence, the coordinates of R is either x8 was the coordinate of R, right? First value of x, 5. So either it is 5, 8, or it is minus 3, 8. Clear with this, or any question?
So can you
No,
please go a
sir.
little bit up?
Okay.
Sit down, little bit down. Yes, sir, done.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
So no question on this. Then I can proceed to giving you hints on 5 and 7. 5 and 7 are also of the very same kind. Okay. So I will not solve. I'll just give you hints, and you can do this exactly the way I did this sum. Look at question number 5. The question is find the point on the x-axis which is equidistant from the points 2, minus 5. So 2, minus 5 is 1 point given, and minus 2, 9. These 2 points are given. Okay. Let us consider this point to be B and let's consider this point to be C. You need to find a point on the x-axis which is equidistant from these 2 points B and C. Okay, so if I say let the point on the x-axis which is equidistant from B and C, B, A. Since A is on the x-axis, what I should take the coordinates of A to be? Let us take the coordinates of A to be A0, right? Now A is equidistant from B and C. What does it mean? If A is equidistant from B and C, that means distance of A from B and C is the same, right? That means distance, if you take the distance of A from B, and if you take the distance of A from C, these two have to be equal, right? So therefore you find out the distance AB, right? And you find out the distance AC, right? By distance formula you can find out, and according to a problem, you have AB is equal to AC. Clear with this? Now you can do it on your own.
Yes, sir.
Okay, number 7.
Yes.
Number 7 is also a very straightforward problem on the same. Oh, number 7 I had finished, I think. Okay, this was hint for question number 5. For question number 6, I have finished. Okay. And question number 7 is if you see if Q is equidistant from P and R, what does this mean? If Q is equidistant from P and R, what does this mean? PQ must be equal to QR, right? So all the coordinates are given, find the distances and you will be able to do it. Okay. So that finishes number 7 also. Okay. Look at number 8. Number 8 is find a relation between X and Y. Find a relation between X and Y such that the point XY is equidistant from the point 7, 1 and 3, 5. So the given points are let's say this time let's call this Y, okay, 7, 1. And let's call this point Z, okay, 3, 5. Okay, now they are saying that find the relation between X and Y such that the point XY so is equidistant from the points, these 2 points, Y and Z, okay. So also let's say P XY is equidistant from Y and Z, right? This is given. Okay, now can you tell me the condition? Can any one of you just tell me the condition that if P is equidistant from Y and Z, what should be the condition? I want to hear from you. Tell me. If P is equidistant from Y and Z, what should be the condition? Yes, tell me, I'm waiting. Anyone?
Sir, YZ is equals to ZP.
YZ?
Py is equal to Pz.
Py is equal to Pz. If you have the point P, XY, which is equidistant from, you can draw it and see, okay, if you are ever confused. Z. If the distance of P from Y, this distance is equal to the distance of P from Z, then we say that the point P is equidistant from Y and Z. So if P is equidistant from Y and Z, therefore what should be the condition? Py is equal to Pz. Now is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So we need to find a relation between the X and the Y coordinates such that Py is equal to Pz. Okay. So let's first find out the distance py. So here p is xy, y is 7 1. Py is therefore square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Okay. So now you take this as your x1 y1 and this as your x2 y2 is equal to square root of 7 minus x1 is x plus y2 1 minus y1 is y. Okay. So this is what you are getting py, and we now want to find pz. So here p is xy and z is 3 5. Now in the examination, please do not write all this. Even if you're writing x1 y1 and x2 y2 on top, write it with a pencil and then erase it. Okay. So please erase this. Once you have found out the distance, erase this. Okay. Fine. Now we will find out pz. Again, distance formula. Take this as your x1, y1, x2, y2. So this is x2 is 3, x1 is x, y2 is 5, y1 is 5. Okay. So now, because we have written it here, we'll just erase this. Okay. Now what is the condition? According to a problem, we must have py is equal to pz. So py distance here is 7 minus x whole square plus 1 minus y whole square. Pz here is 3 minus x whole square plus 5 minus y whole square. Now they're not asking you to find out the value of x and y. They're simply asking you to find a relation between x and y. Okay, in this question. So what are you doing? Are you going to do? First of all, you're going to remove the radical. Okay, square both sides. Square of this is equal to the square of this. Now, because we have squared both sides, now we can remove the radical easily. Okay. Now we'll just expand it here. 7 minus x whole square will expand by a minus b whole square. So this is a square plus b square minus 2ab. For the second one, 1 minus y whole square. Again, a minus b whole square formula, a square plus b square minus 2ab is equal to, again on the right hand side, we'll do the same. 3 minus x whole square, we are going to expand by a minus b whole square. So a square plus b square minus 2ab. And similarly for 5 minus 5 also. So a square plus b square minus 2ab. Okay. So now we are going to write here 7 square is 49 plus x square minus 14x plus, and you can change your brackets to first brackets here. Then you have 1 plus y square minus 2y is equal to, again you have 9 plus x square minus 6x plus 25 plus y square minus, you have 2 into 5 into y, which is 10y, right? Now you open the brackets on both sides. 49 plus x square minus 14x plus 1 plus y square minus 2y is equal to 9 plus x square minus 6x plus 25 plus y square minus 10y. Okay. So now what to do? You have to find a relation between x and y. Either you can cancel x square from both sides here. Okay. Or what you can do is you can take everything to the right hand side. Okay. Left hand side in fact. And then you can cancel x square. Both ways you can do. Let's take everything to the left hand side and then cancel. Okay. So let's write x square and x square here. So you have 49 on the left hand side. You have 49 plus x square minus 14x plus 1 plus y square minus 2y. Now I take everything from the right hand side to the left hand side. So it becomes minus 9 minus x square plus 6x minus 25 minus y square plus 10y is equal to 0. So I've made the right hand side 0. Now see, plus x square and minus x square will cancel. So either you can cancel x square from both sides, or you can take everything on one side and then cancel. Similarly, y square and y square is going to cancel. Okay. And anything else that is going to cancel? It does not look like. So we have minus 14x here and plus 6x here. Any other x's that you can see? No. So minus 14 and plus 6 is going to give you minus 8x. Right? And what y's do you see here? You see a minus 2y here and you see a plus 10y here. So 10y minus 2y is going to give you a plus 8y. Right? And what are the constants that you see here? What are the plus constant, positive constant? You see a plus 49. You see a plus 1. Okay. Yes, plus 49 plus 1, and what else? Others are negative, right? So you add the two, 49 and 1. So how much do you get? 50. And what are the negative ones that you see here? The negative ones that you see here are minus 9 and minus 25. So you add them also. You get minus 34 is equal to 0. So you get here minus 8x plus 8y, and you get plus 16 is equal to 0. Now here, what you also see that in all the terms are in this expression on the left hand side, you can take 8 as the ACF out, right? So you take minus 8 out. If you take minus 8 out, what are you going to be left with? You are going to left with a plus x. And because you are keeping a minus sign outside, this plus sign is going to change to a minus sign. You get minus y. Again, this plus sign will change to a minus sign. And 16 by 8 is 2. Okay, so that means x minus y minus 2 must be equal to 0. Or you can also write this as x plus y is equal to 2. And that is the required relation between x and y, which is the required relation between x and y. Okay, any question?
Sir, excuse me, sir. How you have written x plus y is equals to 2?
Oh, x minus y should be. This should be x minus y. Okay, any other question? No?
No, sir.
This is clear.
Yeah, sir.
No.
So we'll move to the next problem then. But while calculating your distances with the help of distance formula, I tell you repeatedly that you will have to be very careful with the signs. Okay, be very careful with the signs. Do not mix up the signs. Okay. I have finished question number 8, right? For question number 9, hints is given. So I'll do question number 10. Okay. In question number 10, if you read, it is given that if the points A and B, those coordinates are given, A is 4, 3 and B is x5, are on a circle with center C23, find the value of x. Okay. So the given points are A 4, 3, B x5 and C 2 3. Okay, and these points, what they are saying is that A and B are on a circle and C 2 3 is the center of the circle. Okay, let's draw a circle. Center of this circle coordinate is given to be C 2 3. And these 2 points A and B, they are anywhere on the circle. Let's take one point as let's take this point as A 4 3, and you can take any other point. Let's take this point as BX5. Okay, they are on the circle. Okay, find the value of X. You need to find out the value of the X coordinate of B, which is X here. Okay, so how do you find out? See that this point A here, and if you find out the distance AC, what is AC equal to? The radius of the circle, right? And what is BC equal to? BC is also equal to the radius of the circle. Okay, can all of you hear me clearly now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, the connection
Yes,
just
sir.
went. Okay, the connection just went. Okay, anyway, so I was just, as I was saying, that in this question, A and B are given to be points on the circle, and C is given to be a center of the circle. Now, if you see the distance AC here, the distance AC is nothing but the radius of the circle, right? And also the distance BC, if you see, is also the center of the circle, right? Okay, so AC is that center, AC is the radius of the circle, BC is also the radius of the circle. So we, and what happens? The two radii must be equal, AC must be equal to BC, then we can find out the value of X very easily, right? So let's find out the radius of the circle. Radius, let's first write here coordinates of A and C, because we want to find out the distance AC. So here A is 4 3 and B here is C here is 2 3, right? So radius of the circle is equal to AC is equal to square root of, by distance formula, find out the distance between A and C. Okay, which one is x1 y1? Here x1 y1 and here x2 y2, right? So you have x2 here is 2, x1 here is 4, y2 here is 3, y1 here is also 3. So you're simply getting 2 minus 4 whole square, and 3 minus 3 is 0, so don't bother about that. So you have square root of minus 2 square, which is equal to square root of 4, which is equal to 2 units, right? This is the radius AC. Now we are going to find out radius BC. So what are the points here? B is x5 and C is 2 3. Okay, so radius of the circle is equal to BC, square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Okay. So this is your x1, this is your y1, this is your x2, this is your y2. Put it here, put the values. x2 minus x1, x1 is x, plus y2 minus y1. So this is square root 2 minus x whole square plus 3 minus 5 is minus 2. It is equal to square root 2 minus x whole square plus 4. Now both AC and BC are the radii of the circle, right? So since AC and BC are both radii of the same circle, AC must be equal to BC, right? Which implies, now write down the values. What is the AC we had found out? We had found out AC is equal to 2 units, right? So put the value here. AC is equal to 2 and BC is equal to root over of 2 minus x whole square plus 4. Now we are going to square both sides and solve this equation because we need to remove the radical first. So squaring the left hand side will give you 2 squares. Squaring the left hand side is going to give you 2 minus x whole square plus 4. Okay. So here you have 4 is equal to, now you can remove the radical, plus 4. Now you have got plus 4 on both sides. You can cancel 4 on both sides and you can write this as 2 minus x whole square is equal to 0. Or you can take all on one side and then 4 will again also cancel. So it's the same thing. So what are you getting here? 2 minus x is equal to 0. That means you're getting 2 is equal to x. That means you're getting x is equal to 2. So the value of x here that you are getting is 2. So what should be the coordinates of B? The coordinate of B is x5. So what is the value of x we have found out? 2. So therefore the coordinates of B is 2, 5. Hence the coordinates of B is 2, 5. And that should be your answer. Clear with this? Yes?
Yes.
Any question?
Sir, where the square has gone?
Which square?
The 2 minus x square.
If 2 minus x square is equal to 0, that means 2 minus x must also be equal to square root of 0, which is equal to 0, right? Clear?
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay. So that is why 2 minus x is equal to 0. Fine.